Hi, welcome back to gacoastalrealestate.com. My name is Jill Crumpler, and today we're going to talk about why you should reconsider putting your house up for sale as a for sale by owner. We're going to get started right now. A lot of people, when considering putting their house up for sale, consider doing it as a for sale by owner. Now, I'm here to tell you today why this isn't the greatest idea. The first reason is in 2017, for sale by owners, on average, were 6% lower sales price than those who were listed by an agent. Now, 6% might not sound like a big chunk of money to you, but it absolutely is. One of the issues with for sale by owner is that many of them tend to price their house drastically high. And the problem with that is people aren't going to look at the house that is drastically overpriced. And a lot of owners aren't really willing to hear the feedback when someone says that. So the higher price your house is, the longer it'll stay on the market, which isn't good, because the longer the house is on the market, the more people tend to think there's something wrong with it. And that might not actually be the case. Your house might be great and there's nothing wrong with it. But because it's been sitting on the market for several months, people are going to assume that that's the case. Now, another reason that people tend to have a lower sales average when doing for sale by owner is because they don't know what their house is worth, and so they list it below what it's actually worth. So you got two problems there. So why don't you employ the expert? They will do a market analysis and tell you what the market will allow your house to be sold at right now. Another reason you should consider using an agent when selling your house is because when you don't have one, you have a lack of representation. You are actually doing this yourself. A lot of owners find this particular piece a little bit difficult because most people love their houses. And when it's time to put it up for sale, buyers aren't going to see it that way. They're going to pick it apart. And honestly, a lot of people have a hard time separating the feelings from the house. It's not your house anymore. It's someone else's house that they just haven't bought yet. So having somebody there to help be that buffer, to cushion the blow, to remind you that, hey, this is kind of, you might not like this offer, but it's the first one we've gotten in 2 weeks. So at least consider it. Take 24 hours. It's good to have that buffer there to make sure that you're represented and to make sure that you know that buyers aren't trying to offend you or hurt your feelings. There are a lot of things that many people don't realize that you need to have when you sell a house. Some of them being seller's disclosures, some of them being community association disclosures. There's a whole list of things depending on the state that you're in. Now, here in Georgia, you need some of those things, and a lot of people don't know that they need to have these types of documents ready. If you're in a flood zone, you need to have an elevation certificate. There's a laundry list of stuff that you guys might need, but you don't realize that you need because you didn't use a listing agent. A lot of people think that it's just putting a sign in your front yard and, hey, my house is for sale. And yeah, you should put a sign in your front yard, but that's not going to get the traffic to your house. That's not going to get you on the MLS. There's a lot of stuff that you need to do, and an agent can help you with all of that. The last reason that I think you should reconsider listing your house as a for sale by owner is because of the hidden costs when it comes to listing a house by yourself. A lot of people assume that they're going to be saving a lot of money by not paying an agent commission. And that you might save some money there, that's true. But you also need to think about the fact that you need to pay for marketing, signs, flyers, having pictures done, putting advertisements in newspapers, the closing attorney, credit reports for buyers, and contracts. Thank you guys for watching my video on things to consider when you are going to list your house as a for sale by owner. If you should have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me and I'll answer them to the best of my ability or put you in touch with someone who can. So what I want you to do now is click the subscribe button down below, the little bell icon, and that way you get notified every Thursday when I post new content. We'll see you guys soon. is because in 2017, this... You want to come and say hi? A lot of people think that it's just sticking a yard in your sign. Jingle, 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 jingle. You can just hear the dog's nails clicking on the floor. And the bird. Because that was funny.